All right, team. Now we're going to talk about just some drills you can practice to get better car control in the air, aerial car control. So the first one is to just make sure that you can kind of just hover in the air and just kind of get a feel for how high you can go and how you'd have to tap your boost to go down, or how much you'd have to hold it to go up, or just how much you'd have to tap your boost to stay in place in the air. You can kind of go forward, try to go back, maybe go side to side, and just try to keep your car up. Now you notice that the camera will eventually move, and then it gets very confusing. You can practice air rolling to turn your car so that the hood of your car is facing the camera. That'll keep it the most consistent. So anytime the camera starts to move like this, you're gonna want to just air roll a little bit. And if you have those moments where you're in the air and then you just forget how to control your car and you fall, those are called blackout moments. I want you guys to get as many of those blackout moments as you can. Because what that is your brain forgetting how to fly, and the more of those you have, the less you'll have them in the future. Every time you have one, you're kind of getting it out of your system, essentially. Might not feel like that at first, but trust me, I've had so many blackout moments. I still have some every once in a while, but I've gotten so much better over the years of playing this game and the years of forcing myself to just have those blackout moments. So the first drill is just trying to stay in the air as long as you can. The next drill is trying to go with a target. This one actually might be a little bit easier. Just try to go from one goal and try to fly and hit the crossbar of the other. And you can kind of just feather your boost. Try to keep your car at the right height and just nail the crossbar like that. You can go back and forth, do that a few times until you get the hang of it. And then the next one, to try to practice turning, I want you to kind of just point kind of just off to the side, maybe add the mid boost there, and then just jump here, and then kind of turn your car and try to correct and then hit the crossbar again. And make sure you do it to the other side as well. You always want to make sure you're practicing both sides. Once you get that down, and you feel comfortable just kind of hovering in the air, I want you to practice staying on ball cam. Just reset free play if the ball is moving, so the ball is just sitting still in the middle. And I want you to just kind of fly and go in circles around the ball. And it's going to be really hard if you're not air rolling. Like there, it even confused me a little bit. So you're going to have to turn your car in the air such that the hood of your car is facing the camera, like I talked about before. And you're going to have to do that as you fly in circles around this ball. And you can tap your boost to keep your car centered. You can fly, practice going like right now, I'm really close to the ball, so the camera's going to be moving really fast. It might be easier if you back up a little bit, and you can kind of see the center that's on, or the circle that's on the center of the map that I'm on right now. You kind of use that as a guide. I'm going to back up a little bit, and I'm going to go over here and maybe take wider circles around the ball and practice this, feathering your boost at the same time. Or you can even go the other way. Always make sure you practice going both ways. That's really important. You might be better naturally going one way than the other. Like I'm a little bit better going the other way than going this way. And that's okay. You're just going to keep practicing this. And you're going to have a lot of those moments where you just forget how to control your car and you have those blackout moments. That is okay. Please have those. It's going to take a long time for you to be able to do that. Another thing that I want you to do is while you're practicing just hovering, to force yourself to have those blackout moments, just kind of hover. Maybe do like a backflip or something and try to catch your car. And a straight up backflip might be a little bit easier than anything else because you just press down and you just catch yourself really easily. Then maybe try going like diagonally like that and see if you can catch yourself. Just go in every which way and try to correct yourself so that the hood of your car is facing the camera. Try to spin around and catch yourself. You're going to do that, and the point of that is to force yourself to have blackout moments. You're going to spin around, and then you're going to not be able to catch your car, and you're going to fall on the ground. That's okay. Just keep trying it. Force yourself to have those moments. So if you practice this a lot, it's really going to improve your aerial car control. The other thing, this might be harder to do if you're on Epic Games. You probably need to use a Bacchus Mod plugin to load stuff. But I don't think I can do it directly from custom training, but there's a workshop map. If you're on Steam, it'll be really easy. Just, I'm pretty sure, I hope I have it installed. Where is it? It's Obstacle Course 1. It's this one. This Obstacle Course 1 is what I learned when I was like in Plat and also on collegiate esports team. I used Obstacle Course 1 to teach myself aerial car control. The way this works is just start at level 1. You can just drive into it. If you touch any of that blue and white checkered wall, it'll reset you. It'll just kill you and reset you. But you can touch these little like hexagons that are on the ground. So you can fly from one to the next one. And you're just going to want to jump, kind of fly, and it'll progressively get harder and harder, and you have to control your car more and more. This was so hard for me when I first started. I remember I just failed over and over and over again trying to do this. That is totally okay. You're going to fail. You're going to make it to the end. Try to make it to the end a whole bunch. I remember it felt so good because at the start of the Rocket League season, it was really hard for me to do this. And I tried and tried and tried. The first one starts out a little easy. Like I didn't even have to boost there. I could just jump. And want to go now. This is level 2. And it took me so long to get through these, and I would keep trying and trying because it kept getting harder and harder. And now I'm at the point, like, I remember by the end of the season, I could do the whole thing upside down. And I think that that was so cool for me to be able to see my progress like that I gained so much aerial car control that I was able to do this whole thing upside down. Now I could even do it spinning the whole way. I hope. Oh, I clipped the edge. But pushing yourself to gain aerial car control like that is super important. You're going to fail a whole bunch. You're going to have those blackout moments. And then it's going to feel very satisfying to make it to the end. And it's going to feel so good to look back at the end of the season and see how much you've improved. So yeah, that's aerial car control is a super important thing in Rocket League. And hopefully these two things really help you improve. The other one that I've seen you guys do a few times, actually, oh, you can't load a different custom map from a custom map. The other one that everyone talks about that's pretty good is the rings maps. Neon Rings is really good, or just his first one, Lethamyr's Giant Rings map. I think I've had you guys do this one before. This one's also pretty good, but I don't know if it teaches you like the best habits. This is one you see on YouTube a lot. I think this one's good to learn like when you're spinning the whole time to push yourself. But just regular flying, I don't know. I think it is also good, but I feel like the obstacle course is a little different and puts yourself in different situations where you have to go up and down more. This one you can just kind of fly through. I know it gets harder and everything, but I think I like the other one more. So yeah, if you want to change of pace, you can do the rings map as well. Those are the two that I would recommend. Also, make sure that even if you're spending a lot of time in these custom modes, it's really important to always remember to go back to the actual training packs where you have a ball that arcs and you're trying to time your aerial with the ball, because these training packs don't, or the custom trainings don't give you that same experience of going for a ball. So make sure you're always doing both, and yeah, I think that'll improve your aerial game a whole lot. So I remember when I was learning how to do this, I would put just like music on or a podcast or an audiobook, and I would just grind these for hours. If you grind them for hours, especially if you don't have a good podcast to listen to, it might be brain numbing after a while. That's okay. Take a break, play some games. But I think that every minute you spend in a custom training or doing any of these drills, even if it is kind of exhausting to do for a long time, every minute you do, you'll be improving faster than every minute you spend in game. Because in game, there's so many things to keep track of. You're not getting as many like repetitions because you're not flying the whole time. You spend so much time just kind of driving on the ground, or you're thinking about your positioning. So you're not getting as many reps in. So this is so much more worth your time. But of course, if you do find it too boring, it's okay to still play some games to keep your sanity. So yeah, make sure you're spending time doing this. I would especially recommend warming up with this stuff and grinding it out as much as you can.